you're 12 times more likely to engage with an individual than you are a brand. This was actually a Chartered Institute of Marketing quote originally. I'll try and find the source. And the point was that if, Target Internet posts something, great, but if Louise posts something or Kieran posts something, I'm more likely to engage because there's that human connection. So you are still dealing with people. Your internal brand ambassadors become really important from that point of view as well. But you're still marketing to people, and you've got that first lead advantage potentially if you have an open mind to doing these things sometimes as well. So actually saying we are a corporate brand, but we are willing to have two different slightly brand voices. There's the main corporate brand voice, but here's the voice of our advocates. And that will have a slightly different tone to it. So you need to have a little think about that. And that needs to really be built into your social media guidelines quite often as well from that point of view. Now, what this really comes down to is two things. Who's your target audience? And what does the user journey look like? So we've got that persona user journey thing, which is the standard thing anywhere. But also, what's your desired end conversion point? Very often in a B2C, we've got two situations. There's one, which is the conversion point is the sale that happens on the website. It's kind of e-commerce, transactional. I want you to go and buy something. So it's quite a transactional journey potentially. But also you might have I want to drive you to somewhere physical. I want you in my dealership. I want you in my shop. I want you to visit my country, whatever it might be. So you need to think about that desired outcome. Whereas more often than not in B2B, you've got lead generation. I want you to get in contact with me, but the actual conversion is going to happen somewhere later on down in the journey. They're not that dissimilar really, because it's like, I want you in my shop. I want you to pick up the phone to me, whatever it might be. You've got to work out which percentage of your journey is happening online. And is that journey going from the very, very beginning at the top, like see, think, do, care, see, through to care and loyalty? Or are there bits that will be offline in that journey?
It is undoubtedly harder for B2B businesses to market using digital channels, in my opinion.
Do you think?
Yeah. I'll tell you why I think.
I'm not sure I agree.
Oh, this is going to be good.
Because you do both, so yeah, I'd be interested.
I do both. The reason why I say it's more difficult is because there's a lot more touch points and a lot more people involved. Therefore, it's harder to measure. It's just harder to measure and harder to get those kind of outcomes, especially when you very often, like very big B2B organization. Let's say I make jet engines.
Yeah, okay.
Like very small niche of audience that are going to be interested in buying a jet engine. Normally we buy the jets that the engines have been put into, right? So you've instantly got a tiny group of people. How are we going to measure the impact of our digital marketing on that? Like what channels are we going to use? And that is different